This is what we are going to unbox today. Handled with care. It's a very light box with not much tape. It's an Ironstone platter that I bought last week. Let's get into it. Not too much tape around this one, so I'm hoping to get into the inside relatively quickly. Okay, so we have some newspaper, invoice, and the wrapping paper, not newspaper, okay, that's classy, isn't it? Inside we have something in polystyrene wrap. So box and newspaper. I'm finished with them. I'll move those to one side. Let's keep focused on here. I think it's square. Should be square, squarish. So I can find the sellotape. I can snip. Now it's been sellotape down to release the treasure that is inside. I know this is a plate, or a platter even, but it's quite small compared to what I'm used to. And it surprises me that they were made this small. The plate itself has some paper around it, so it's another layer to get into, but more for the reveal. So, bye-bye bubble wrap. There's the plate, so you can see the size of it compared to my hands. Not very. So, also tissue paper. Okay, so we have a small plate or platter. Maybe you can see that well. It is by Samuel and John Bevington from about 1860. If you can make out the backstamp there, it says Palestine at the top, then the manufacturer's initials S and JB, then underneath it says Hanley. Around the outside there are pictures of minarets and palm leaves. In 1860 that was a big deal, that was a very elaborate backstamp. In the 1850s there was a revival in religious fervour. The East was always seen as romantically alluring. There were travel books and engravings, remember, no photographs, from people that had visited the Holy Land in like the 1840s and published books. And if you were a potter looking for export opportunities and you wanted to sell to the US, religious subjects were popular. Let's look at the backstamp. Turning this over and zooming in. This backstamp is rare and it's historical in the sense that it is one of the first backstamps to bring in a form of branding. So again, we can see minarets and domed architecture, clear references to the East. This is so rare compared to other potters where there might just be an indent of the maker's name and no imagery at all on the base of the dish. This imagery would elevate the perceived value of the piece, especially in export markets where customers had little direct knowledge of the potters. So Samuel Bevington, his was a startup. So in 1860, at the peak of his powers, he had as many as 60 staff, whereas other potters were in the 300s, 400s, 500s. His younger son, John, had just turned 18, having apprenticed at Minton's. This is the only piece that I've ever been able to find produced with the S and JB monogram. So in 5 or 6 years of business, before Samuel died in 1863, this is the only pot that has survived the time. If we look very closely, we can see the crazing, the cracks in the glaze. This product is Ironstone, which is a stoneware which is relatively porous. If any kind of moisture got into the product, this would force the glaze to crack. You know, it's a sign of age. It's a natural phenomenon. Over time, dirt will get into the cracks in the glaze and it will become more pronounced. This is decorated using brown transferware, where the transfer was added over the plate, and then, and this is relatively new for the time, enamels, coloured enamels, red, greens, oranges, blues, would be hand painted over the brown transferware that had already been fired once and glazed. The enamels would be fired at a lower temperature and merged with the underlying glaze. Let me just introduce you to his big brother, which is over 17 inches. So same style, imagery which is similar but not the same. We have two very different central designs and imagery, even though the edges around both plates are comparable. The big dish is what I've owned for many years. I thought it was the only one of its kind. I have found his younger brother, and I've learnt that Samuel and John Bevington produce multiple designs of this basic Palestine subject for sale in the 5-6 years that they were in business. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. If you enjoyed this clip, please click the like button and do subscribe. Thanks for watching.